Akwa Ibom State government installs 20 kilowatt solar power in Biabirikore Sire community in a local government area. Course 16 participants of National Institute of Security Studies on security measures tour in Akwa Ibom State. Plus, National Broadcasting Commission holds capacity building workshop on digital switchover in Nigeria. Hello, welcome to NTO News. My name is Utabe Achibon. This broadcast is reaching you live on StarTimes channel 103 and our social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube. Sincere apologies for bringing the news behind schedule. Do stay. As part of completion agenda of Udom Emmanuel's administration, a 20 kilowatt solar power mini grid has been inaugurated in Biabirikore Sire in a local government area, Akwa Ibom State. Kelvin Selmo reports that the people now enjoy 24 hours uninterrupted power supply in the area.
Located just a stone throw to Abia State, Biabirikore Sire is a community in the local government area of Akwa Ibom State, with farming as their basic source of income, but seem to have been forgotten by successive governments. This solar power installation through the Power for All initiative of Akwa Ibom State government has restored the confidence of the people that indeed government cares for them.
You have shown time and again that you are a people-friendly governor, that you care about every citizen of Akwa Ibom State. So we thank you for this light that has come to no other place but to Ini local government area.
We are proud of you for what you have done in Ini local government. We are proud of you for what you have done in Akwa Ibom State.
I believe with Pastor Mono, this particular one will be constructed. I believe with Pastor Mono, Odoripe, Ibamedet, Ndot, Biabirikore road will be constructed.
And this project has let me know and has proven further the kind of person His Excellency is. He believes in merit. He does not care who you are, provided you deserve the project. Of course, you know this community, we do not have anybody that will speak for us. Till the site was selected, nobody knew.
Inaugurating the project, Governor Udom Emmanuel, represented by the Commissioner for Power and Petroleum Development, John Etum, assures the people that the presence of light in the community will signal the coming of other critical infrastructures in the area, especially the road, which is in terrible state. He advises them to take ownership and ensure adequate security of the project.
Maintain a high sense of vigilance and commitment to ensuring that critical infrastructure of this nature are well protected against vandals. I also want to advise that subscribers, members of this community that subscribe to this electric power service, try their very best to meet their obligations as customers.
Got all the support that we needed from the community. Everything went smoothly. The project was done. The technical commissioning was done. I believe a number of you can attest to the fact that the project was a success.
The event featured goodwill messages and the formal inauguration of the project. From in the local government area of Akwa Ibom State, Kelvin Samuel, NTNU.
And on security, participants of course 16 of the National Institute of Security Studies have paid a courtesy call on the Akwa Ibom State Governor. Kelvin Samuel again reports that the team is on a study tour to Akwa Ibom State.
The team on arrival were received by the Akwa Ibom State Deputy Governor on behalf of the State Governor. Head of Delegation Godwin Ometo explains that the team is in the state for a first-hand knowledge of measures being put in place by the state government in tackling issues of globalization and its negative consequences on national security, noting that the team is impressed with what they have seen so far, having gone round some rural communities.
In addition to studying the theme of the course, which this year is on globalization, we look at the implications for sustainable development in Africa. Now, we look at all that because globalization is It's among us. It's within us. We live with it lives with us. But there are good things, there are normal things, and there are bad things that manage Biafra. So we try to find ways to adapt, to manage our solutions to the problems and the challenges that exist.
The governor, represented by his deputy in his speech, says that the present administration, knowing the importance of peace and adequate security, is doing everything possible to sustain the tempo for the continuous development in the state.
Cooperative relationship with all our security agencies, and they are trying and have been trying to make sure that peace reigns in Akwa Ibom State to enable investors coming. This explains why we are perhaps second to Lagos of communities, of states that the foreign direct investment is very high. We cannot develop on our own. We have to use the basis of others. So the governor had specifically asked me to, through you, pay his tribute and gratitude to the security agencies of this country that has helped us reach where we are.
The team presented a special portrait to the governor as a mark of their visit to the state. From the government house, Kevin Samuel, NTA News.
Despite challenges faced by the management and board of the Nigerian Broadcasting Commission (NBC) on the digitization project in Nigeria, the commission is leaving no stone unturned to actualize the digital switchover project within the shortest time possible. This is the resolve of the Director General of NBC, Balarabe Shehu Ilela, and other board members at the ongoing capacity building workshop in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. John Paul Alumona completes the story.
The capacity building retreat for NBC board members and management on digital switchover implementation afforded participants the opportunity to review the challenges they have faced so far, review them, and proffer workable solutions to actualize the project. The stakeholders and management, while comparing notes, identified issues of funding, technology, and personnel as major setbacks, insisting that the issues will be resolved soon. They agreed that the workshop will help create deeper understanding of the workings and operations of the Commission, foster a more robust relationship between the board and management to move the nation's broadcast industry forward.
The project of digital switchover has been going on, in fact, in a very slow speed. So that is why we decided to bring the two team together and then invite a consultant to come and inform them more on how to move the project forward. So we are expecting at the end of this retreat to come up with a policy, a solution on how to move it faster and achieve it before the end of this year.
Having identified some of the problems that have been hindering smooth operations of the Commission, especially the problems and challenges facing the progress of achieving the target on the digital switchover project, I assure you that the board is very willing to find lasting solutions.
Good news is that you have not lost the focus and your commitment has not dwindled.
The resource persons advised participants to apply themselves to the training to enable them improve on the Commission's mandate. NBC Board says it has given approval to the Director General for the establishment of Broadcast Institute in Abuja for the training of fresh broadcasters. Meanwhile, on the recent court ban on the Commission from imposing fines on broadcast stations, the Director General of NBC says he is here to receive the judgment and will respond at the appropriate time. In Uyo, John Paul Alumona, NTA News.
In another development, the University of Uyo has announced a resumption of academic activities for the second semester of the 2021-2022 session for all undergraduate and postgraduate students of the institution. A release signed by the Registrar and Secretary to Senate of the University of Uyo, Mrs. Blossom Okorie, indicates that the second semester, which commenced with lectures on Monday, May 8, 2023, will allow students to register without penalty till Friday, May 26, 2023, and another 2 weeks of registration with penalty till Friday, June 9, 2023. The statement warns that those who fail to register within the scheduled period would be deemed to have withdraw voluntarily from the university. All students of the University of Uyo are to note and comply with the second semester schedule as announced. Moving on now, residents of Uyo Metropolis have decried the level of overgrown ornamental trees in Uyo, which main purpose was to beautify the capital city. Anyefiok Edet, who spoke with some of the residents in Uyo, says the respondents are calling on relevant authorities to prune overgrown trees to avoid unforeseen circumstances this rainy season.
Ornamental trees serves many purposes such as beautification of the environment, control of winds, and most importantly provide shade for pedestrians on sunny days. During rainy days, the trees bulk up and can reduce fruits by restraining heat in the soil. These trees, however, can pose dangers at some point, especially during rainy season, and some residents of Uyo agrees to this fact.
The essence of planting trees on the road is to check environmental issue. You know, the heat these days, this global change. And that is why we are planting tree for amelioration. That is to reduce the effect of heat in our environment.
Looking at the trees that is planted by the roadside is really giving this place a nice shape. But one of the problems that I see is that some of these trees have covered the road, which it needs proper maintenance.
Dr. Sunday Ntoidem, a federal controller in the Federal Ministry of Environment, says government should engage relevant authorities in planting and maintaining the trees to forestall unwanted occurrences.
There's nothing bad planting trees on the road, but all what we should be doing is to do the necessary pruning in order to withstand excessive wind. In planting trees, we should know the choice of trees we are planting along the road. If it is a tree with shallow roots, it can easily get affected by wind. But the choice of trees or ornamental matters in designing our environment or the trees. So all what we should do, you consult the experts. Consult the forestry department with the state or federal department of forestry in the state. They should be able to decide or determine, direct you on the choice of trees that should be planted.
They should just be careful with the tree and they shouldn't get closer so that they won't get injured.
My advice to people is that whenever it's about raining or maybe when there is heavy wind, people should avoid this road.
Before now, there used to be laborers that took care of the whole thing, but I don't know what really happened. But the government should storm down these ones and plant a new one. They should not even park under that place. They should not even stay there because it's hazardous.
I think the Ministry of Environment should look inwards into the issue of pruning the plants because it's actually not serving the purpose.
In Uyo, Anyefiok Edet, NTA News.
To end the news, another look at the major stories. Akwa Ibom State Government has installed a 20 kilowatt solar power in Biabet Ikoresire community in the local government area. Course 16 participants of National Institute of Security Studies have embarked on tour of security measures in Akwa Ibom State. You also heard in the news that National Broadcasting Commission is holding a capacity building workshop on digital switchover in Nigeria. Thanks for being a part of our bulletin this morning. Have a good day.